Of the day, in the power supply by 3 ampere current source in figure is 12 watt. Okay, find Vs and power supply by 10 voltage source. Clear? What is our motto? Our motto is very clear. Power supply by 3 ampere current source, that is given. So what about power? Power is written how much? That is minus 12 watt, because given power supply, that means if you written simple power, power is written minus 12 watt. Okay, now if you suppose that voltage V1, so that one is minus 3 into V1. So V1 is how much? 4 volt. So V1 is how much? 4 volt. Now if you consider here plus minus V2, okay, apply KVL. So minus V1 plus 4 into 3 minus V2, this is equal to 0. So what about V2? V2 basically V1 minus V1 plus 12, and V1 is how much? 4 plus 12, that is how much? 8 volt. So V2 is how much? 8 volt. Okay, and what about current in this branch? Suppose that I2 is written as V2 divided by how much? 4. So that is 8 by 4, that is 2 ampere. Clear? That is 2 ampere. Now after that, what about voltage across this terminal? That is 10 volt. That is 10 volt. Then what about current in this branch? Suppose that I3. Okay, so what about I3? I3 is written simply 10 divided by 5. Okay, so 10 divided by 5, that is 2 ampere. Okay, what about current? I4. If you apply KVL, KCL at that node, okay, suppose that that node is X. Apply KCL at node X. Okay, I4 is equal to incoming current at that node I4 plus 3 ampere plus I2, this is equal to I3. So what about I4? I4 basically we got how much? I3 is 2 ampere and 3, and what about I2? I2 is also 2 ampere, so we got I4 is minus 3 ampere. Clear? I4 is how much? Minus 3 ampere. Now after that, if you see, that is how much? 10 volt. I4 is we got how much? Minus 3 ampere. Minus 3 ampere means actual current direction, like that one, 3 ampere. Okay, so power observed by 10 volt source. Power, so what about power? Power is written here 10 into 3, so that is 30 watt. Okay, powers observed by, that is 30 watt. Here you can say that power observed, but according to question say what about power supply? Power supply. Okay, so if you written power supply, means written minus 30 watt. Okay, because power supply is opposite to the power observed. Okay, that's why sign change. Otherwise basically this is power. Here 10 voltage take power supply, because current going from positive to negative terminal, that's why. Now next target is, our next target, what about Vs? If you see very carefully, look here, suppose that is V3, that is V3, apply KVL in this loop. Okay, simply minus V3 plus V2 plus 10, this is equal to 0. So V3 is written as V2 plus 10. What about V2? V2 is how much? V2 is 8. 8 plus 10, that is 18 volt. That is 18 volt. Okay. And what about current in V3? I3. So written, that is I6. Suppose that current in this branch is I6. So 18 divided by 6 ohm, that is 3 ampere. Now apply KVL, sorry, apply KCL at node Y. Suppose that that node is Y. Incoming outgoing current I2, I I2 plus 3 plus I2 plus I6, and suppose that that is current, that current source IS. Incoming current IS. IS is written as outgoing current how much? I6, I2 and 3 ampere. 3 ampere, I6 and I2. 3 into 3, and that is 2. Okay, that is I6 3, and what about I2? I2 is 2, so 8 ampere. Okay, our target is, we are focused on Vs. Apply KVL in this loop. Okay, so Vs, written simply Vs minus Vs plus 3 into Is plus 6 into I3, I6, this will equal to 0. So Vs is written as how much? 3 into Is, okay, plus 6 into I6. Okay, 3 into Is means, what about Is? Is basically 8 ampere. 8, and what about I5? I6. I6 is 3. So 24 plus 18, that is 42. So Vs is 42 volt, and power supply by 10 voltage source, that is how much? Minus, we got minus 30 watt. Okay, these two are final answer. Make it. If anyone faced doubt, then tell me, I will discuss again. See very carefully, one by one. Yes, and here point to be noted, power observed is 10 30 watt, but according to question say, what about power supply? Power supply is basically minus of power observed, so that's why written minus 30 watt. Clear or not? Make it.